If you're about to buy a used car, stop. Over the last 6 months, I've collected a secret list of 9 used cars that mechanics across Italy have called absolute nightmares. Cars that break down before 100,000 kilometers. Some are cheap, some cost over $40,000. One is probably parked on your street. Another is pushed by the most aggressive ad campaigns in Europe. And the one in first place? It's so shocking, you'll wonder how it's still being sold. According to a recent study, over 40% of cars sold between 2022 and 2024 suffered serious issues before hitting 90,000 kilometers. We're talking engine failures, transmission faults, electrical disasters turbo blown, $2,800. Automatic gearbox failure, $5,000. And usually out of warranty. But here's the worst part. The auto industry doesn't want you to know. Dealerships knowingly sell cars with dozens of red flags in their service history. In this video, I'll show you exactly which 9 models to avoid like the plague. Some of these cars may seem like a great deal, but once you know what's hiding under the hood, you'll run the other way. Drop a comment if you've owned one of these. Stay until the end. Each model is worse than the last. We'll count down from number 9 all the way to the car that mechanics are refusing to service. Divata Fiat Panda. They market it as Italy's iconic city car, now greener and more efficient. But under the eco-friendly sticker lies a ticking time bomb. That hybrid badge? It doesn't mean cutting-edge efficiency or clever engineering. It just means a tiny 12-volt mild hybrid system. Small battery, weak starter generator, no real performance or fuel savings. The only real job? Help it qualify for tax bonuses. Now here's the real danger, the 1.0 Firefly 3-cylinder engine. A budget engine built for low cost, not long life. Many owners report serious issues with the timing belt. Even though it's a traditional dry belt, not oil-bathed, it often fails way before the 240,000 kilometers promised in the manual. A mechanic told me, "I've seen Pandas with just 60,000 kilometers and a cracked timing belt, dirty oil, damaged tensioner, and owners who thought it would last forever. When that belt fails, engine goes out of phase, valves hit pistons, head gasket blows, and you're left with a $2,000 repair bill." And that's not all. Start-stop system malfunctions as early as 40,000 kilometers. Alternator failure is another common issue. On the surface, the Panda Hybrid looks like a simple, economical city car, but under the hood, it's a trap disguised as a bargain. Osmi Renault Clio. Compact, modern, well-finished, and everywhere on the used market. At first glance, the Renault Clio looks like a steal. 1.0 turbo petrol engine, 100 horsepower, great on paper fuel economy. Lots of features for the price, but here's the catch. What's under the hood is fragile as glass. The engine, co-developed with Dacia, is known for serious flaws as early as 30,000 kilometers. Faulty pressure sensors that send the ECU into chaos. Fuel injectors that start leaking rough combustion due to carbon buildup. Unstable idle misfires and poor throttle response. But the real deal breaker? The turbocharger. Many owners report oil seepage. Sudden drops in power, total turbo failure under 70,000 kilometers worse. The ECU often doesn't detect the issue until it's too late. By the time the warning light shows up, the turbo is gone. The EGR is contaminated. The catalytic converter is compromised. Total repair bill, up to $3,600. On a car you might have bought for $10,000, the Clio looks like a safe, smart buy, but in reality, it's the used car version of hot potato. Someone's just trying to get rid of it before it blows up. And the next car looks strong, feels big. It's a mini SUV that gives the illusion of toughness, but it hides one of the worst engines of the decade. Siedme Ford EcoSport. Looks tough, feels big, rides high, but under all that SUV confidence is a mechanical disaster waiting to happen. Meet the Ford EcoSport, a subcompact SUV with one of the most controversial engines of the last decade. We're talking about the 1.0 EcoBoost 3-cylinder, once praised as a revolutionary downsized engine, now infamous for lawsuits, recalls, and horror stories. On paper, it's great. Turbocharged, lightweight, supposedly fuel efficient. But in the real world, it's an engine that runs hot, works hard, and brakes fast. The worst issue? Chronic overheating, caused by a deadly combo of weak head gasket, underpowered water pump sensors that fail to detect overheating in time. The result? Coolant leaks into the combustion chambers. The engine cooks itself from the inside. No warning lights, no visible leaks. One day, it just dies. And when it does, engine replacement, $5,000 plus no repair, no patch. Total loss. Even worse, if you're out of warranty, Ford denies responsibility. They call it normal wear. But for many owners, it's anything but normal. This car was built to look like a rugged SUV, but what you get is a high-riding, high-risk gamble. Here's a tip. If a turbo SUV is being sold for less than a city car, there's a reason. And the next one? It wears a premium badge. But under those 4 shiny rings is a ticking time bomb. 6. Audi A1. 4 rings. German badge. Clean lines. You think, finally, a premium small car I can trust. But the truth? The Audi A1 hides one of the most problematic engines in the Volkswagen Group lineup. We're talking about the 1.0 TFSI 3-cylinder. Yes, the same engine used in some VW and SEAT models. But in the A1, when it brakes, it costs double. Let's break it down. Problem number 1. Oil consumption. Some units start burning 1 liter of oil every 1,000 kilometers as early as 60,000 kilometers. If you don't notice in time, the oil runs low, friction increases, turbo dies, valves overheat, catalytic converter gets fried. Problem number 2. Timing chain tensioner. In many cases, the timing chain loses tension early, even before 80,000 kilometers. That causes engine timing errors, ECU misfires, sudden power loss. In worst cases, engine shut off while driving. It's dangerous, it's expensive, and it can happen without any warning signs. Even worse, there was no official recall. Audi never admitted fault. And authorized dealers? They often act like you're the problem. You paid for a premium badge, but you got economy-grade engineering with luxury-level repair bills. Audi A1 is proof that branding beats reliability until it's your engine that takes the hit. And the next car? Looks stylish, has a big screen, great ad campaigns, but it's a crossover with one of the most fragile engines in Europe. FIAT, Renault Captur, one of Europe's best-selling crossovers. Sleek lines, touchscreen display, compact SUV charm. From the outside, it's the perfect upgrade from a city car. But under the hood, it's a mechanical trap with a countdown ticking fast. The core issue? The 1.0 TCE 3-cylinder turbo engine. On paper, it's built for low emissions and fuel efficiency. In reality, it's known for early and expensive failures. Common failure. Head gasket owners across forums and Facebook groups all say the same thing. Coolant disappearing, overheating dashboard lighting up like a Christmas tree diagnosis, blown head gasket or cracked cylinder head, sometimes under 70,000 kilometers. Average repair cost, $1,800 to $2,600. But the nightmare doesn't end there. More symptoms reported: jerky acceleration, random loss of power, engine warning lights that appear and disappear. The causes? Faulty ignition coils, failing wastegate actuator, leaky fuel injectors. And what do dealerships do? They often just reset the ECU, send you home, and hope you're out of warranty before it breaks again. People buy the Captur for peace of mind. Instead, they get a modern SUV that's barely capable of reaching 100,000 kilometers without serious repairs. Under the touchscreen and chrome trim lies a car that simply isn't built to last. Next up, a national bestseller, a Fiat that everyone loves, until they see the repair bill. 4. Fiat 500X. You see it everywhere, in cities, by the beach, at every dealership. It's Fiat's modern crown jewel, the the 500X. Cute, high-riding, affordable. But inside this crowd favorite hides an engine with a nasty reputation. Let's talk about the 1.0 Firefly Turbo, a 3-cylinder engine with 120 horsepower designed for emissions compliance, not longevity. And the biggest flaw? The timing chain. Unlike a belt, a chain is supposed to last forever, but in this engine it starts rattling as early as 60,000 kilometers. That means chain tension drops. Engine timing goes out of sync. Pistons crash into valves. Total engine failure repair cost? Easily 3,500 plus. But wait, there's more. The Firefly is also known for excessive oil consumption. Many owners don't notice until it's too late. Overheating in city traffic or hot weather. Sudden loss of power due to ECU glitches. Engine going into limp mode without warning. What makes it worse? The problems often show up after the warranty expires, turning a once affordable SUV into a money pit. This was meant to be the grown-up 500. Instead, it's a disaster hiding in a designer shell. Next, an Opel. It looks sharp, feels new, but carries the DNA of a famously cursed engine. Chetty OPEL CORSA. When the new OPEL CORSA hit the market, it looked like a win. Sleek design, lighter chassis, upgraded interior. But under the hood, it hides a French engine with a very dirty past. We're talking about the 1.2 PureTech, the same engine used in Peugeot 208, Citroën C3, and DS3. And with it came all the old problems. The worst offender? The wet timing belt. A belt soaked in engine oil to reduce noise and wear. Brilliant idea in theory. In practice, an absolute disaster. And here's the thing. Nobody tells you. Salespeople talk about comfort, emissions, and safety ratings. But they leave out the part where your engine could self-destruct before the loan is paid off. The new Corsa may look like a sleek urban sedan, but it's got one of the riskiest engines sold in Europe. Coming soon? From Ford. Packed with technology. Advertised as eco-conscious. But what's inside? It could cost you thousands of dollars. Second-generation Ford Focus mild hybrid. The name Ford Focus inspires confidence. Solid ride, roomy interior, well-balanced handling. Then comes the hybrid version, EcoBoost Mild Hybrid. Sounds perfect, right? Eco. Boost. Hybrid. 3 words designed to make you feel smart for buying it. But the reality? It's one of the most fragile hybrid systems ever sold in Europe. Let's start with the engine. The same old 1.0 EcoBoost 3-cylinder turbo. Already known for overheating, oil issues, and early failure. Now add a 48-volt mild hybrid system. It sounds great. But what actually happens? The hybrid system increases internal pressure engine temperatures. Skyrocket seals start leaking. Oil consumption skyrockets. Overheated pistons. The turbo is harder to compensate. What if I bought it to save fuel? Think again. Real-world city driving, with the air conditioning on and traffic in fits and starts, often pushes consumption above 7 liters per 100 kilometers. Number 1. Volkswagen ID3. The future, they said. They promised the new Golf, they said. Fully electric, elegant, quiet, smart, but after just a few years, the Volkswagen ID3 is turning into a disaster. Let's start with the software. Glitched, unstable, dangerous. VW's response? An update is coming. Some have been waiting for months, others for more than a year. The battery? Even worse. The first-generation ID3s are already showing rapid range degradation. What VW promised? 420-kilometer range. What users are reporting after 2 years? 200 to 250 kilometers in winter. Even less with air conditioning or heating on. Out of warranty? Battery replacement equals over $12,000 mechanical issues. Rear motor makes rattling noises. Vibration issues linked to faulty inverters. Random power loss while driving. What about the interior? Hard plastics everywhere. Poor build quality. Frustrating touch controls that don't work properly. You wanted a premium electric car? You got a beta version disguised as a final product. Yet it costs over $40,000 brand new. Used, it might seem like a bargain. The ID.3 is not the new Golf. This is the next lesson in why the transition to electric vehicles needs to slow down. If even one of these cars was on your list, now you know the truth. And if you've already bought one, at least now you're prepared for what's to come.